Throughout his presidency and into his second term, Donald Trump has remained a staunch advocate for tariffs as a tool to reshape global trade in favor of what he sees as American interests. This approach, a departure from decades of U.S. trade policy, is rooted in Trump's belief that previous administrations have negotiated weak trade deals that have disadvantaged American businesses and workers. He argues that tariffs are essential to protect American industries from unfair competition, reduce the trade deficit, and ultimately bring back manufacturing jobs to the U.S. Trump's aggressive stance on trade has led to significant shifts in the global trade landscape, sparking both support and criticism from economists and political analysts alike. While some argue that tariffs are a necessary tool to protect American jobs and industries, others warn of the potential for trade wars, higher prices for consumers, and overall economic harm. A cornerstone of Trump's trade policy is the belief that American industries are vulnerable to unfair competition from foreign companies, particularly those in countries with lower labor costs. He argues that practices like currency manipulation and government subsidies give foreign companies an artificial advantage, making it difficult for American businesses to compete on a level playing field. To counter this perceived disadvantage, Trump has imposed tariffs on a wide range of goods imported from countries like China, Mexico, and Canada. These tariffs, he argues, act as a protective barrier, making foreign goods more expensive and thereby leveling the playing field for American companies. This protectionist approach, Trump believes, is essential to reviving key industries like manufacturing and steel production, which have faced significant challenges in recent decades due to globalization and competition from abroad. Another key objective of Trump's tariff policy is to reduce the U.S. trade deficit, which he views as a sign of economic weakness. The trade deficit represents the difference between the value of goods and services a country imports and what it exports. Trump argues that by making imported goods more expensive, tariffs will encourage American consumers to buy domestically produced goods instead. This shift in consumer behavior, he believes, will lead to increased demand for American products, boosting domestic manufacturing and reducing the trade deficit. His administration points to a shrinking trade deficit with China as evidence that the tariffs are working, though critics argue that this is a temporary effect and that the overall trade deficit has actually increased under Trump's presidency. Section 4. The promise of job growth through protectionism. Perhaps the most prominent argument made by Trump in favor of tariffs is their potential to boost domestic job growth. By protecting American industries from foreign competition, Trump argues that tariffs will create an environment where businesses are more likely to invest and create jobs in the United States. He frequently points to the steel industry as an example, claiming that the tariffs imposed on steel imports have led to a resurgence in American steel production and the creation of thousands of new jobs. However, critics argue that the overall impact of tariffs on job growth is more nuanced. While some industries may benefit from protectionist measures, others may suffer due to higher input costs and retaliatory tariffs from trading partners. Section 5. Examples and impacts of Trump's tariff policies. Trump's tariff policies have had a significant impact on global trade, leading to trade tensions with key partners like China, Mexico, and Canada. The tariffs on Chinese goods, for instance, have resulted in retaliatory tariffs from China on American products like soybeans and automobiles, hurting American farmers and manufacturers. The steel and aluminum tariffs imposed by Trump have also drawn criticism from U.S. allies like Canada and the European Union, who argue that the tariffs are unjustified and harmful to their economies. These trade disputes have created uncertainty in the global market, making it difficult for businesses to plan for the future. While Trump has defended his tariff policies as necessary to protect American interests, critics argue that they are counterproductive, leading to higher prices for consumers, job losses in certain sectors, and damage to the global trading system. Please subscribe and support our team by joining this channel. Your membership helps us grow.